How to know if you have dandruff or if your scalp is just dry. Do I add a trigger warning? This might be a little much for some people. First up, Mr. Dandruff. So we all secrete this lovely oil from our scalp called sebum, and people with dandruff produce too much of it. And when you produce too much sebum, it gets built up, causing flakes. Now this is where people get confused. Dandruff flakes are usually yellow in color, a little bit larger in size, and they have some shine to them because it's oil. Dandruff can be tamed with an over-the-counter shampoo, but it's always good to check with your dermatologist first. Mr. Dry Scalp, on the other hand, is quite the opposite. The flakes are smaller, they're not oily looking, and they're usually lighter in color. So don't use a dandruff shampoo on your dry scalp, it's just going to make the problem worse.
The correct way to wash your hair. Brush your hair before you get it wet. This will remove any tangles before you get it wet and prevent any breakage. Don't wash your hair with hot water and don't wash it with cold water. Wash it with warm water. When it comes to shampooing, wash your hair gently. Don't scrub your hair super hard. It roughens up the cuticle and causes breakage. When you're washing, wash your scalp only. Do not wash your ends. The oil is at the scalp, so washing the ends just doesn't make any sense and it will cause damage to your hair. Use 2 dime-sized amounts for your shampoo. You really don't need any more than this. Use 1 in the front and 1 in the back. When it comes to conditioning your hair, only condition the mid-shaft down. Conditioning the top portion of your head is just going to make for a greasy mess. When it comes to drying, do not take your towel and roughen up your hair to make it try to dry faster. Instead, take a towel and blot your hair dry. This is much safer and much kinder to your hair. How often should you wash your hair? 2 to 4 times a week. Happy hair washing, everybody!
Hair greasy. Do you clean your brushes? Remove hair. Add soap. Scrub the brush. Soak in hot water. Leave for 20 minutes. Rinse. Leave to dry.
Guys, was it just me that never figured out how to use coconut oil properly? Because I just figured it out, and I look like a Pantene commercial. How did I not know for so long you were supposed to use conditioner to wash it out? Life changed.
Do you guys want thicker and longer hair? Okay, this is my biggest hair tip. People are afraid to put products on the roots, but we need to protect the roots and the crown of the hair in order for hair to grow. Makes sense, right? So, one of my favorite products, it's a 10. I spray it all along the roots. If you're afraid of getting greasy, dry shampoo is okay, ladies. It's really okay, but we need to protect these roots in order for our hair to grow.
Quick and easy tips for having healthier hair. Only use sulfate-free shampoo. I don't know how y'all aren't already on this shit, but I noticed the biggest difference in shine and softness with my hair once I switched to sulfate-free. Guys, heat protectant, please. Okay, anytime you're putting blow dryer, curler, straightener, whatever the fuck, put some heat protector on that shit. I am literally praying for your hair right now. Minimize how much you are washing your hair, okay? I know it sounds crazy, but the less you wash your hair, the less oil your hair will fucking produce over time, and then you'll see the benefits. That is how my hair started getting so fucking nice, was when I minimized how much I was washing it. Like, literally, I maybe wash my hair once or twice a week.
If you guys want to know how to get long, healthy, shiny, strong, and thick hair, then you want to keep watching this video because I'm going to share my tips on what I do to my hair every single day to preserve the health. So I like to use my everything oil on my hair daily because the ingredients are so life-changing and beneficial for hair. I also like to massage my scalp and do the inversion technique, which encourages blood flow and hair growth. But I also use my everything oil to my scalp to encourage a healthy scalp and healthy hair growth. I try to limit heat use as much as possible, but if I do use heat, I make sure to use a heat protectant oil on my hair. I use different heatless hairstyles, especially before going to bed, to prevent damage and friction on my hair. Okay, so I know I've said this 1,000 times, but I cannot stress this enough how important it is to oil hair, especially the ends, to prevent those split ends from happening. I make sure to oil my hair every single day to encourage strong and healthy hair.
Okay, so tip number 1 is to brush your hair before you shower. This is going to make your hair so much easier to brush once you're out of the shower and it's less damaging. Tip number 2 is to finish your shower with a cold water rinse. This is going to close the hair cuticle and make it shinier. Tip number 3 is to use a cool shot when you are blow drying. When you are finished blow drying, just go through with the cool shot, and this is going to add so much shine and again close the hair cuticle. So this is my favorite tip. Tip number 4 is to wash your hair less, ladies. I promise you, the less you wash it, the less oil it's going to produce. It will take time, but I promise you it's worth it. Tip number 5 is to only apply your conditioner from your mids to your ends, never on your roots. It'll cause a lot more grease. So let me know if you guys want a part 2.
Why do people make it seem like you have to do the most for your hair to grow? Like, y'all see this? This me. Bruh, I am so lazy and cheap when it comes to my hair. Like, who feels like washing their hair every single week? Like, I'm not doing that unless you want me to. I haven't done that in years. And who is about to spend their coin on a $12 conditioner? For that much, my hair better detangle itself. Like, I'm not playing. Like, no, I'm just gonna make it myself. Tap that plus button if you want to learn how to be a lazy natural who doesn't break their pocket.
Alright, so one question I always get asked is how I get my hair so shiny and soft. I try and take really good care of it. I've never dyed it. I try to trim it very often. And also, every time I see it getting dry, I try and do this mask on it. You take a banana and you mash it up real well, because if you don't, then the chunks will get in your hair. But if that happens, you just shampoo it twice, brush it in the shower, and it should do the trick. You add 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and you just kind of rub it in. You leave it in for about 1 to 2 hours, and then you wash it out with shampoo and conditioner. Then this is the outcome. It actually works so well. I recommend this, like 10 out of 10. Like, look at it.
If you have super thin hair and have problems growing it out, then keep on watching. Back in 2019, I had really bad bleach damage. You can kind of see in the corner the ends of my hair started literally breaking off. And it just kept getting worse. I almost had a mullet at one point. And then once quarantine happened, I had to cut my hair and take out all my extensions. I was panicking. I also noticed that I started losing a lot of volume on the top of my hair as well. The only product that has helped me is this Vegamore Grow Plus Advanced Hair Serum. This is not sponsored. I've been using this product since June. Here are all the results. You guys, it has literally changed my life and given me so much confidence. The way I apply it is taking a dropper's worth and just applying it in my really sparse areas. I then rub it in all over. I do this every night, by the way. And the best part is the sides of my hair are finally growing.
Hair tips from a hairstylist that no one asked for. Part 2.
Okay, that's a bit of a lie because on the last video, everyone was like, can you turn this into a series? So, like, that's what we're going to do right now, okay?
Today's topic is going to be what temperature of water you should actually be washing your hair in. Okay, so in the hair world, we always relate the hair on your head to house shingles like this. Okay, so the hotter the temperature of water, essentially this is what your hair cuticle starts to look like. All those house shingles start to lift up, allowing for dirt, debris, shampoo, water, anything to get in between those cracks because the house shingles are not laying flat anymore. This is especially important for my girls who color their hair out there. So the hotter the temperature of water you use, your house shingles lift up, your toner slides out, making your hair color not last for as long as possible. So turn down the temperature so your hair color can last for as long as possible. And for my girls who don't color their hair out there, it's just good for your hair in general.